So you might remember in episode 0 I talked about that I used to play guitar for a long time. I know some strumming and also some simple picking patterns, but that's basically it. So this episode here is basically about how to find my real guitar playing level, and it's all about how to create a new practicing habit. Coming up. I just had my first lesson with Albert and he did a 1-hour fingerstyle introduction. We talked about what is fingerstyle exactly, and we talked about how to warm up your fingers before practicing, and Albert gave me a short introduction into taps and what they're actually for, and we played some first easy picking patterns, and in the end I got some really nice homework to do. So what is fingerstyle actually?
In a band, you usually have a rhythm guitarist and a lead guitarist, or a lead guitarist. And the rhythm guitarist does the rhythm, and the lead guitarist plays the solos and the licks and stuff like that. In fingerstyle, I, as a guitarist, play everything that happens in the band. So from drum to bass lines, to the guitar parts, to the piano, and the most important thing, the vocal line, so the melody stays in the fingerstyle as well. So that could be a definition of the fingerstyle.
So when we talk about playing guitar, there is so much that comes together. It is not only the sound that needs to be created, but there is so much other stuff that needs to be considered before we even start playing. I never really thought about that, but actually it makes totally sense, for example, to warm up your hands before even start to play. So this is real basic thing, but it can help you avoid any kind of problems with finger. As long as your fingers are warmed up before playing, everything is fine. So second big topic before starting to play guitar is how to hold your guitar. It sounds weird, but I always used to hold my guitar somehow without even thinking that this would affect my guitar play. So this is what Albert said about holding your guitar.
Maybe at the beginning it's easier to play because you can see what are you playing, you can see your hand, and many beginners do these mistakes that they don't play like this to be in a 90-degree angle. They take the guitar and play like this, so they want to be able to see. I get the point, but after you see what you are doing, try to put the guitar back and try to have a nice position. I also recommend that many guitarists use foot stand. So you want to have your foot not like this, but like this. Or if you cannot do this, you just put your hands like your legs like this. And that's one of the fingerstyle positions that I use most of the time. There is the classical position that I don't use really a lot, so play like this. It gives the left hand a much better fingering approach, but I don't use it that much.
So now we have warmed up the fingers and we found the best position for our guitar to get a great play out of it. And the third thing before starting off is obviously tuning your guitar. So this is the last thing. This might not be something new for you, but in any case, I will just mention this one time. Tune your guitar before you start practicing. So there are different ways. Obviously, one way is use your tuner in your preamp. Not every guitar has a pickup system and not a preamp built in. So if you can do this, just use it. It's perfect. I right now have my tuning app, so I will just tune the guitar here. So when it comes to fingerstyle guitar, we need to know how taps work. This is the universal language for everyone who wants to play fingerstyle guitar. And actually, taps are quite easy. And they even allow me to play guitar without even knowing how to read notes.
At the beginning it's like a lot of numbers and you don't understand anything, but it's not that hard to do. So it's really simple if you just know the basics. You have to know how the string should be counted. So it's from 1 to 6, but it's not from above to below, like 1, 2, 3, but it's from the thinnest string to the thickest string. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And that's all. And when we look into the tab, it's from we see the guitar from above to below. When we say frets, when we say play 2nd fret on the 3rd string, we mean these lines on the fret. This is the fretboard, and we mean 2nd. So the open one, the 0, it's this one. This is the open one. So when we say the 2nd fret, we count from here. So it's 0, 1, 2. And this is the 2nd fret on the 3rd guitar string, on the G string.
So practicing fingerstyle means practicing how to read a tab, and yes, this is actually what we started to do in my first lesson. We started to play a first easy picking pattern, this one here, and it goes like... It's fun because I was quite used to just start off playing and with a normal regular tempo, and it appeared that even though I was used to play these typical chords, it was a G and a C and a D, yes, it was not so easy to just read the tabs and then playing through the tones. So a very important thing that Albert mentioned to me, and this helped me out now and even with my first homework, is whenever you read tabs and practice something for the first time, just start slow. Albert gave me the 3 first lines of his arrangement of Jingle Bells. So long story short, it took me quite a bit to get into Jingle Bells, and it was really helpful to just start off slow and then go faster from the moment I was used to it. And this is now how it sounds after, let's say, a couple of hours of practicing. Yes, there we go. Fantastic. So that's the first episode. I hope you liked it. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what you would like to learn the most in this series, and I will try to put this into the mix as usual. I hope you enjoyed it, and now I'm going to my first lesson with Albert, and I'm looking forward what he thinks of my version of Jingle Bells. See you next time.